Weymouth Public Schools. It's John Belber. I'm at Holly Hill Farm in Cohasset. I'm preparing garden beds ready for the Nash School, just like we're preparing garden beds at all 8 primary schools. So in order to make a garden bed, a place for the plants to grow, I've got to cut the wood, and this is some pine here, and I'm measuring, students, I'm measuring at least twice to make sure I have the right dimensions. Right now I'm using my tape measure, and I'm going to go 36 inches, which is 3 feet. And this 3-foot side here I can mark at 36 inches with my pencil, and down at the bottom here, 36 inches with my pencil. And then with the straight edge, I can mark my line so I know where to cut. I have built garden beds, and we have built garden beds collaboratively at every school, 4 foot by 8 feet, and now this one's going to be 3 feet by 3 feet. Janice, I've cut some wood already, which will help us have a real raised up bed. So somebody coming in to the Nash School can be able to put their seeds directly into a raised up bed. But no matter what my dimensions are, I have to make sure to cut the wood precisely and accurately so they can be screwed together and make a box to put our soil in, transplant our plants, sow our seeds, whether it's potatoes, carrots, kale, and garlic. We're trying to get lots of plants growing at the school so that when you come back, you'll see how things are growing. So there, I've got my 3-foot length right there, 3 feet in length. Carefully, from a distance, I'm going to cut the wood. There we go, safely, carefully. I can bring that to the Nash School and build my garden bed. Hello again, it's John Belber from Holly Hill Farm in Cohasset, and we're here at the Nash School in Weymouth. And hello to all the primary students throughout Weymouth. This garden is getting more garden beds so we can continue to grow healthy food and learn about what plants need in order to grow. They need space to grow, and you all are working on your physical and social distancing. We're going to make sure we have our distanced beds here so plants can grow in the proper soil and elements that they need to grow. So we are making sure that there are 8 garden beds here at the Nash School. One of the garden beds is going to be raised up. So you see, I've done some cutting of wood. I've measured 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. That is a square where every side is the same length. So as I get set to build, I'm going to build tiered levels here so that it is raised up off of the ground so that somebody coming in to the garden down the path will have a bed that is raised up with each board being 3 feet in length so that planting could be at an easier level right here. If we look over here, we've measured 4 feet by 8 feet to have a different dimension beds. So 2 sides, an end and an end, are 4 feet long, and 2 other parallel sides are 8 feet. We have planted lettuce in a grid and figured out the perimeter and the area. So the perimeter is 4 feet, 8 feet, that's 12, 4 feet, 16, and 8 more feet, 24. That's 24 feet perimeter around the outside. You hear that word para at the beginning. Perimeter around the outside. What is the area of a 4-foot bed by an 8-foot bed? A farmer has to figure that out. A gardener and a grower and a math student has to figure that out to figure out how many plants can go in the area of the garden bed. So perimeter is around the outside area, 4 feet by 8 feet. That's 4 times 8. That's 32 square feet of area. You'll notice here too, in all the schools, we're putting down a landscape fabric so that we can protect against any lead or contaminants in the soil. Just to be safe, like wearing a mask, keeping safe, washing our hands, we're going to be safe with anything else in the soil by putting a landscape fabric down at the bottom. So 1, 2 garden beds. Nash had 1, 2, 3, 4 square foot gardens over there. That's a total of 6 garden beds so far. 7 will be our raised bed. And then over here we have cut wood by the tree for another garden bed that we will build 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 by 5. What's the area of that bed when 2 sides perpendicular are 5 feet in length? The area would be 5 times 5. So that would be 25 square feet. We'll continue as we get set to finish building and filling and planting here at the Nash School as we're doing in all 8 primaries in Weymouth. Great, thank you. Weymouth, we are completing our building of garden beds here, and this raised up bed needs a good supporting post here, because as we stack the wood up, we want to make sure it has support from the inside. So I'm going to add here with my power drill carefully into a corner brace so we can make sure that we have support. Here we are completing our raised bed, raised up so it's easier for people to put their seeds and plants in. We've got some landscape fabric here at the bottom, as you can see, to help protect against any chemicals in the soil or ground. And then I've got a nice collection of leaves from the farm. We've gathered a whole bunch of leaves over the past autumns. You know how leaves fall in autumn? And here they're already beginning to decompose. And what if students at the Nash School know about that word, how organic material decomposes and changes its form into a nice finished compost. So it's not quite finished yet, but I wanted to put at the bottom here, before we put the soil and compost from J.F. Price, a whole bunch of organic matter and leaves at the bottom. Just like there are leaves that are decomposing at the bottom of the forest floor or on the forest floor, here we have a nice amount of leaves to help us protect our garden bed for planting and growing. Where we are receiving right in action right here with Time Janice filming us some compost and loam, some good healthy soil from J.F. Price in Weymouth. This will be done carefully right here and still allowing traffic to go by, and we're going to use this beautiful, rich, healthy compost to help the plants grow. We can make compost from our cafeteria waste and materials. J.F. Price has made some, mixed it with the loam, and here it's going to be shoveled through our wheelbarrow right into the new garden bed, making sure we have 8 garden beds at the Nash School. 8 garden beds at each school in Weymouth. And we want to make sure everyone has equal opportunity to plant and grow and to learn about healthy food grown here at the schools. So stay healthy and well. We'll see you as the plants start to grow. Hello, students at Nash School here in Weymouth. We've got to fill the volume of this garden bed. I'm missing several pieces of wood. I will come and finish that. But you see, what we're working with here is 3 feet in length by 3 feet. Next length, that's length times width, 3 times 3. And then the height is 2 feet. So the calculation is to measure the volume needed of soil for this garden bed, 3 feet times 3 feet times 2 feet. So that's our math problem to figure out how much soil is going to go in here. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. We need 18 cubic feet of soil and compost to go into this bed. Finishing up our volume of our garden bed here, I'm placing the last 3-foot length board to complete our 3-foot by 3-foot bed. That's length and width, and then the height is, as we mentioned, 8, 16, 24 inches high, which is 2 feet, 3 by 3 by 2. So here comes the last bit of screws together. So this bed will be nice and solidly put together, and we can grow vegetables. And students here at the Nash can walk in and plant their plants right here at this bed next to the pathway. Great to be here at the Nash School Garden. Happy building, happy growing.